Once upon a time there was a sweet little girl who loved her mother and her grandmother. She helped them in all she could, and as she was so good, the day of her birthday her grandmother gave her a red cap. Since she liked it so much and went with her everywhere, soon everyone started calling her Little Red Riding Hood. One day the grandmother of Little Red Riding Hood, who lived in the forest, became ill, and Little Red Riding Hood's mother asked her to bring her a basket with a cake and a jar of butter. Little Red Riding Hood accepted. "Be very careful, Little Red Riding Hood, and do not entertain in the forest." "Yes, Mom." The girl walked quietly through the woods when the wolf saw her and approached her. "Where are you going to, Little Red Riding Hood?" "To my grandmother's house to carry this basket with a cake and butter. I wanted to go see her too. So, why do not we make a race? You go that way from here, that I will go for this one." Voucher. The wolf sent Little Red Riding Hood by the longest way and arrived before her at Granny's house. So he passed the little girl and knocked on the door. But what I did not know was that a hunter had seen it coming. "Who is it?" replied Granny. "It's me, Little Red Riding Hood," said the wolf. "Good thing, my daughter. Come on, come on." The wolf came in, threw himself on the grandmother, and ate it for a bite. She put on her nightgown and got into bed to wait for Little Red Riding Hood to arrive. The little girl entertained herself in the forest, picking up hazelnuts and flowers, and for that reason it took a little longer. When he arrived, he knocked on the door. "Who is it?" answered the wolf, trying to tune his voice. "It's me, Little Red Riding Hood. I bring you a cake and a butter jar." "Good thing, my daughter. Come on, come on." When Little Red Riding Hood entered, she found the grandmother different, although she did not know why. "Grandma, what big eyes you have." "Yes, they are to see you better, my daughter." "Granny, what big ears you have." "Sure, they're to hear you better." "But Granny, what bigger teeth you have." "They are for eat you better." As soon as he said this, the wolf threw himself on Little Red Riding Hood and ate it too. His stomach was so full that the wolf fell asleep. Ekapayusataroha. That moment the hunter who had seen it enter the house of the granny began to worry. It had been a long time since it was a wolf. God knew it could have happened. So he went into the house. When he got there and saw the wolf with his swollen belly, he imagined what had happened, so he picked up his knife and opened the animal's gut to remove Little Red Riding Hood and his grandmother. "You must give this wolf a good punishment," thought the hunter. So she stuffed her gut and re-sewed it. When the wolf awoke from his siesta, he was very thirsty, and as he approached the river, Zas fell inside and drowned. Little Red Riding Hood saw her mother and grandmother again, and from then on she promised to always follow what her mother told her.